Okay, I would like to open the public hearing. Expect anybody?
No,
No comments.
Have had no comments or
No.
emails or calls.
Jester's out today. He had something with his kid, but other than that, I haven't heard anything.
Let's see, Mr. Secretary, would you please read the legal notice into the record?
Like fifth page, I think.
The notice is hereby given that the Farmington Water Pollution Control Authority will hold a public hearing on Wednesday, March 11th, 2026, at 7 p.m. at the Water Pollution Control Facility Conference Room, 1 Westerberg Drive, Farmington, Connecticut, on the proposed 2026-2027 sewer operating budget for the wastewater treatment plant and the residential sanitary sewer assessments. The proposed budget sets the user rate for residential customers at $377 per year and the user rate for commercial customers at $3.27 per 100 cubic feet used in calendar year 2026. These rates reflect a 3% increase over the current rate bill in budget year 2025 to 2026. The annual sewer service charge for elderly congregate housing units and congregate town-owned affordable housing units shall be billed as commercial accounts for the billing cycle. Residential sanitary sewer assessments for 2026-2027 will remain the same. $12,936.16 for R20 and under, $16,158.68 for R30 and R40, $19,404.23 for R80. Copies of the proposed budget and assessment are on file in the town engineer's office and the town clerk's office, Town Hall of Farmington, Connecticut. Dated at Farmington, Connecticut, this 11th day of February, 2026.
If you don't have any comments, I'd like to close the public hearing. Call the regular meeting to order. Do I hear a motion to accept the minutes of the February 11th, 2026 meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Got the operating report summary for February.
All right, as normal, if you have any questions, let me know. We averaged 2.6 million gallons. Removal efficiencies for BOD were 96 and TSS 98.5%. Total nitrogen removal was 86%, and we were 33 pounds under the permit. Our cake averaged, 19.5%. And in March, we will finish the UVs. We're actually going to be working on them the next 2 weeks. They'll be put on April 1st. So then we'll have phosphorus and UV season. Disinfection will start back up. Update report, Snowberry Pump Station. We had a high float come in. We ended up actually discovering the low float was bad, which was drawing everything down. Airbound, pumps went airbound. So then the wet well came back up and caused a high float to go off. So we replaced that one. We've proactively replaced a couple floats at the stations with newer ones. February 12th, the electrician replaced the high float at West Farms. Snowberry Pump Station, we received an alarm for pump 2 failure. That's the flange on the bottom we've been discussing, and we were just literally waiting for the snow to melt to put it in. So there's an O-ring where the pump seats on the back, and it's worn. It's probably 15 years old, so it's spraying out, and the flange is pretty corroded. So we're going to replace it this spring, and it should prevent any pump faults. Batterson Park, we received the new ATS, the outside one from Kinsley. We're just waiting on an installation date. Patrick and Harlan pump stations, generator services were completed at Patrick and Harlan. Pump station upgrades, February 4th, we jetted and cleaned camera all the lines at the new 1928 building. February 2nd, we received a call for a sewer backup at Midas. After responding, it was actually their private line, which was in the back. We helped the Roto-Rooter a little bit with that once they kind of figured out where they were going. Assisted highway and cleaning the drains in the garage. February 9th, we had a call for a sewer line at 275 and 7 Main Street. Originally, it came in as an odor complaint. It was the Summit Birch Apartments. The second time we've been out there this month or last month. It's a private line. They had clogs in the line both times. Fog inspections were completed at Highland Park and Amberwoods, and the backup transducer at Patrick Flood was pulled and cleaned. We were getting abnormal readings, so we just proactively checked it. We met with Holzner Construction at Yukon, kind of went over how we're going to stage everything. Once the snow banks are melted, we were just out there this morning. We're probably going to start getting equipment out there. So when I wrote this, 3 to 4 weeks, probably about 2 to 3 weeks now. We already have the transformer there, new breaker panels, all the VFDs are there, and the PLC panel. So that should be getting started once it's consistently a little bit warmer.
Mark.
Yes.
Is it Holzner, are they the GC?
Yes. Well, it's Fucci or
Yeah.
Tower CJ Fucci. Yeah,
Okay, so they're a subcontractor.
correct. And then
So they're the electrical side.
Holzner is like civil construction, and then Hecco or Hesco is the actual electrical. But we've had 3 meetings out there already just to see how we want to basically start and stage it. And to be honest, they've been pretty good so far. So actually with the VFDs, we came up with the idea, instead of immediately bypassing and having it bypass for the whole electrical, we're going to basically have 2 pumps on, pull a VFD, put the new VFD in, wire it, start it up. Pull the second VFD out, wire it, start it up. So we won't need to bypass to get most of the electrical end done. So we'll bypass for the whole wet wall, the rails, and everything else. Repairs and maintenance at the plant. We had a bar screen fault. We actually had a manhole pan that somehow got in the line and came into the auger. So we use them for infiltration, basically sits on the lip and doesn't allow the rainwater to go in the line. So that probably happened somewhere between here and the canal or somewhere up by Yukon, because it simply won't fit in most of the lines because it's a big 24-inch cover. February 3rd, definitely flushing water motor failed. We got a new motor from Aparo Electric in Southington, and we're rebuilding the other one as a spare. February 6th, we had a high influent pH of 9, which is pretty high coming into the plant, because if you're getting 3 million gallons to get the whole average up that high, someone had to dump it probably a 12 or a 14. We took samples by the highway garage and set up a sampler outside the DOT garage. We did not find anything yet. We're still setting up the samplers up by Yukon and by the DOT garage, like hoping to find something. The DOT garage actually had a COD violation last month, so we thought maybe it would be coming from there, but COD doesn't always indicate pH, so we're still trying to find it. February 13th, NIC Systems made several small changes to dewatering timers. We just had a couple issues with flows ramping up and down on them, but sometimes it's chasing a ghost, because the second you call them, it no longer happens anymore. So February 18th, the backflow preventers were inspected. This is just part of annual maintenance. They had no issues and they're complete. February 20th, we received a notice that the DOT garage had an exceedance of COD. This is where we monitored everything, put the samplers out there. And of course, the first time we put the sampler out there, we had the blizzard and got 20 inches. So we had to take the sampler back out. So we didn't catch a great sample that day, but we're still looking. February 24th, the new Borger we ordered to replace the Swabi pumps arrived. We had to get a new VFD for it as well, because obviously it's a larger pump, but that will be installed this month. We're already putting up the staging and scaffolding to run the new electrical for it. We conducted annual lift sling inspections on February 26th, and February 27th, we just got a couple of new parts for the UV gate. Basically, it's just flow, and the flow lifts it higher or lower. Some of the the parts that weren't stainless or that were plastic wore out, so we replaced them with stainless 316. And we did also, I didn't put in here, but we also ordered some more UV bulbs that we found online that were Trojan, but were substantially cheaper than what they are quoted now.
You had fewer freeze ups.
Yeah, we didn't have, after last month when we had a bunch of the hydrants fail and the valves inside, we didn't have any failures yet this month. I think we're probably past that. And in reality, I mean, we haven't had issues with that even when it's 0, but that week we had that was -5 or 10 sustained was hard. I mean, we even have some of the scum pits, we have heaters in them just proactively now because we know it's an issue in the winter because it freezes. It was freezing with the heaters in it. So it was a cold 2 weeks. And obviously we went over it. We were under the nitrogen permit, 33 pounds, and that should be it for this report. We only had one on the lateral report for Red Oak Hill, and just the fee collected.
Under paragraph G, item G, new business, discussion of the 14 Slater Road connection.
Sure. So this is a request that we received from CCARC to connect to New Britain sanitary sewer and withdraw from the Farmington sewer shed. I don't see any issue with it. It's a small flow coming into the system based upon what they would have to do in order to extend the sewer system for them to tie into. It's cost prohibitive, and it really, I really don't think we can get sewer in Fenneman Road to connect to our sewer down Patterson Park. It'll be a very difficult task. So I would recommend to the authority that we allow the separation for this lot to go into the New Britain sewer shed.
What has to happen as far as like recording this kind of stuff?
So we would make the motion, approve the motion, and I have to change our watershed map, our sewer shed map. I apologize, and send that to DEP with a letter to request it.
Okay.
And that's the process.
And it's never, no one really ever gets turned down, Russ. So
No, it's a formality,
Yeah.
just to basically keep track of where the sewer sheds are for them. Yeah, it's a request.
Yeah.
By formality,
Yeah.
but it's basically a
Has to be
FYI.
done.
Yeah.
Years ago, I sort of remember another case, just kind of swapping.
Swapping
Between towns.
locations, yeah, exactly.
All right.
Just a common sense approach.
Yeah, exactly. So I think we need a
Good
motion to approve it.
I would make the motion to approve it.
Or second. Second. Motion second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Let's see, any other business, Mark?
Nope.
Okay, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Second.
Second, any discussion? None, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.